what's up? This your boy Monty G from the Fammission Podcast. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get all access to motivated and inspiring videos on this Fammission Friday. Every Friday. Let's get to the podcast. Yo, what's up? This your boy Monty G from the Fammission Podcast. And today we got a special guest. I'm going to go ahead and bring it to the party. You know what I'm saying? It's our first podcast. So, you know what I'm saying? Show us some love, man. Show us some love, man. So, all right, we're going to bring in the party, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. What's going on, y'all?
Oh, man, we out here living life. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all out there blessed. So, go ahead and tell the people your name, where you from, and what you do.
All right. My name is Tania Washington, man. I'm by way of Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm a licensed practical nurse.
Okay. So Minnesota, stand up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
we in the
sir.
building. Twin
Yes,
Cities in the building. Yeah. Hey, so you know, you was nominated to get on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know your story. You know what I'm saying? But I heard a couple of people, they say, man, they proud of you. So can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, man. How far you want me to go back? But no, I come from, I'm African American, as you can see.
Okay.
So like many of us, I come from a background that's troublesome, mom on drugs, father in the game, some hardships growing up. Yeah, man.
Okay. I see where you're coming
I come
from.
from the streets. I did a little this, little that, and now I'm just on a different level. I have evolved as life has happened. So now hoping I can reach out to other people and be some sort of inspiration, giving my testimony.
Okay. I like that. So if you can give some inspiring words to a young teenager that's growing up in the hood like we grew up, you know what I'm saying? What would you tell her? And she just feel like it's no hope. She like, man, I just want to throw in the towel. What would you tell that little girl?
All I could really say, because I've been her, you know what I mean, is keep going. And it sounds cliche, but the reality of it is you got to keep moving. You know what I mean? You got to keep getting through that hurt and through that pain. It's going to be disappointments, but I swear if you stay persistent and consistent, you will see a light at the end of the tunnel. But you got to want something. You got to want it. You know what I mean? You look at your surroundings and you see if things ain't right. You see if mama an alcoholic or daddy on drugs or he ain't in the house, he in prison. Y'all ain't got food. Mama can't keep a place to stay. You know what I mean? But you gotta be like, I see what's going on. You're gonna learn from it, good and bad. You're gonna see some things that you're gonna be like, I want to be like this, or I can move like this, or you're gonna see some things and be like, hey man, I would never. But you gotta stay persistent, keep going. Keep going. Right. It's a light at the end of the tunnel. That's what I would say.
Okay. So what would you say to that young girl that, well, I ain't gonna need actual age because it's not polite to ask your age.
I will be 40 January 23rd.
Okay, that's what's all about.
Sir, I'm proud of that.
So what would you, you're supposed to be proud of that. So what would you say to a girl that's up in age and she's still like trying to figure herself out?
Well, it's hard to really give advice on that because I too am still coming into who I am. But what I would say is life is a continuing education. You know what I mean? The more you go through, the more you see. Your life experiences should determine your moves. Life is not checkers, baby. It's chess. It's all strategy. Just make sure that the moves you're making are deliberate. You know what I mean? And you may not understand it right away. You may not understand the purpose. But I'm telling you, it's a light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep going. That's all I can really say because that's all I did.
Right. Oh,
Family, you don't got family support. You got friends that's passing away in these streets, dying. You see crime, you see this, you see that, and you just got to keep moving through all that, even if you get mixed up in it. You know what I
mm,
mean? Keep
yeah.
moving. What is your end goal? You can't hustle the rest of your life. You can't
Mm.
sell twat the rest of your life. Excuse my language.
No, no,
You
you
know the
good.
things that go on in the community. What's the longevity? What's the goal? So I just say stay the course.
Yeah. And you know what? It's crazy because, we all say, man, what's the goal? What's the goal? A lot of people don't even know what a goal is.
Hmm.
So you got to think about it like people that don't know, like I always tell my kids, and I say it all the time, like you have to understand a lot of people don't know. Now,
Right.
even though you might understand, we might understand, man, we setting goals. Some people might be lack of that knowledge. Like, I didn't know what the goal was. Now they know, now they can set them, and now they can progress, they can move on.
And that's the tricky part about it, right? You know how sometimes you put yourself in positions that may benefit you and you don't even know you're doing it.
Yeah.
So, me setting goals today as Tania and a full grown woman who got kids and a family to feed is totally different from the goals I was setting at 20.
Mm.
So, you don't have to know everything right now, right this minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it'll come. I'll give you an example. My
Okay.
nursing career. It
Okay.
took me, I went through a lot. I went to medical assistant school. I was a CNA. I was this, I was that. I didn't know the end goal would necessarily be a nurse, but I knew that if I wanted to make good money, I love caring for people, this and that, maybe this can be lucrative to me.
Mm.
Find what you're good at, find what your passion is.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Set it around there. If you an artist and you like to paint or draw, don't worry about, oh, I ain't gonna be making this. I ain't making the six figures. I ain't doing this. If you got your heart in it, I'm telling you, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, that's what they say. They say, when you find something that you love and you're getting paid for it, it don't even feel like a job. You
Yep.
know, but some people be like, man, I want a job just to say I got a job. I want a job just to come home and say, whew, my motherfucking feet hurt. Whew, I'm tired. My back hurt. Because that's what I heard my mom and my daddy say. So I
Yeah.
want to do that. And so I
Yeah.
be asking, and everybody have this, well, how do I want to say it? About this thing about money, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we always say, man, yo, when I get this money, I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna get this money, I'm gonna be straight. Like, and it's not that, because how much money you need to get straight. So, like I say, you gotta understand what kind of job you want, how much money you want to bring in, because a lot of people don't know, like they don't understand. So right now, these kids that's coming out, these kids coming out of high school right now is going to be in control of everything in about 50 years.
Yeah.
Man, they be lost. So I be like, of course they can give people kids jobs, and they not making enough money to survive out here. They can't
No.
pay these rent. They can't pay. They
No.
can't get this food. They
No.
can't buy nothing with this money they're giving them.
No. It's a couple points. I'm gonna make a couple points to what you just said, right? You don't gotta know right now what you're gonna do.
Mm,
That just goes into what I was just saying. Life is a continuous education, right? But what I
mm,
want to tell the young folks is get a trade.
mm,
Everybody ain't got money for a 4 year college or 2 year college. It took me a year and a half to be an LPN. And when I did that, that shit changed my life.
mm,
I no longer had to live the ways of the streets, right? So I was able to sustain my lifestyle doing something that A made me a productive citizen, made me feel
mm,
better about myself, made
mm,
me be a better mom, a better
mm.
woman to my partner, a better it just changed everything. So you don't need to know everything. You don't need to have it all figured out. Let's get into trades.
Mm,
We got to tell our kids that too. They don't always have to go to a 4-year college.
mm,
And guess what? We don't got to kick our kids out at 18 either. Let's
that's
talk
right.
about that. Because
Oh,
mine ain't leaving home until you're ready.
hey, you know what? And a lot of people like my kids. They up in age. They over. My youngest is 18, but they all
Hmm.
my kids. They stand with me except one. But a lot of people be like, man, you got your kids, man. They shouldn't be gone out the house.
No.
I say, hey, in the Bible they say, man, your kids gonna stay in the house with you until they 40, or they find a wife. You know what
Wait a minute
I'm
now. Mama
saying?
gotta have a life too now. Come on
I
now.
know, but but for real though,
Yeah,
this is a thing that our culture do. Our culture,
yeah.
we listen to people that say, kick your kids out when they turn 18. But other cultures like the Mexican, the Latinos,
There you go.
they got their grandma, their grandpa there, the auntie,
Sister,
everybody
my
there, and
cousin.
they
Yeah,
tipping in. They got all these cars in the parking lot. They got all these babysitters, and you
yeah.
wondering why the Mexicans be out partying. They got somebody watching their
There
kids.
you go. There you go.
So you know what I'm saying. So it don't. It's not that you won't have a life because your kids at home with you. They
Right.
old enough. They'll figure it
They're
out.
fend for themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they figured out. But I think it'd be nice to have my mama in the house with my kids, and you know what I'm saying, and my look and grandkids running around. It's like a family, cause families ain't families no more, man. This
They
Thanksgiving,
not.
what you doing for Thanksgiving? This
Li-
Thanksgiving.
Listen here, right? My family is this big. It really always been just me, my mom, and my brother. You know what I mean? So every year, no matter who's coming through, sure I cook. I want the house to smell like what it used to smell like for me, home. That's
Mm,
what it reminds me of. Holidays. My grandma was in the kitchen cooking. We making pies from scratch. Man, listen, you didn't
you,
appreciate it as much then, but now that she gone and you know what it means, hey, I miss grandma. But that's what I
man,
do every year, man. I cook. I be celebratory for my kids because I know home is a sense. Home is where the love is.
mm,
So even when they gone and moved on the holidays, I hope, depending on how their life is, they come home, they smell it. Now I'm
yeah,
home.
yeah,
You
and
know?
that's exactly what they gonna do, cause we do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we ain't appreciate it then, but it's like I say, man, everything is Uber Eat now. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And
I'm so
everything is,
tired. I'm
man,
so tired.
everything is I go walk to the store and I'm like, man, I'm not finna walk, man. You better call me an Uber. You know what I'm saying? I'll you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and
Yeah.
delivery bags coming straight to the door. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
people, so when the last time you seen some kids jumping rope or riding a bike?
I was just talking about this, man. We set them kids outside, they would be like, what am I doing? What's going on? Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
different time.
Yeah, it's like, man, these kids come outside to go to work.
Hmm.
We got a couple kids that'll turn up, but
Yeah.
but um, but most of the time, like they ain't doing nothing productive. So I want to
Yeah.
ask you, who inspired you to get in? Wait, what was that? The three letters again? What was that again?
It's LPN, but it's licensed practical nurse.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So who inspired you to be a licensed practical nurse?
Hey, like Snoop Dogg said, man, I gotta thank myself. No, I'm just
On
listen.
the real.
I, I'm just playing though, but it's been
Hey.
multiple people along my journey. You know what I mean? I've always been a empathic person. So anybody that's close to me, anybody that I love, I tend to take on their worries. I can step into a room and really tell you how everybody feeling.
Mm,
Like I'm that type of person, right? So I was taking care of my grandmother. She was sick, but I didn't really realize how sick she was. I was 19. I'm in the streets. I'm living my life. Woo, woo. And she ended up passing away. Her kidneys was only working at a certain percentage. But
mm,
from childhood, I had that grandma that come out the bathroom and be like, can you go get me some tissue? Can you give me some water? Can you do this? Can you do that? So that's the type of stuff that I come from, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just seeing her journey and walking through it with her in hindsight, my gift is caring. When I'm giving to people and I'm pouring into people, that's where I shine. That's my superpower. So
Mm.
I think my path was always ordained for that, even in the streets. You know, when I was doing my 1-2, man, the people that was indulging and this and that, I always had a kind heart.
Mm.
Feeding them, giving them clothes, doing this. But mind you, my mom was an addict,
Mm.
and I seen what was done to her. You know what I mean? So even in the midst of that darkness and that dysfunction, I still had a base of moral compass.
Mm.
So long story short, that's where I shine at when I'm doing for other people, and God led my path that way. You know, so I was just inspired by my environment. I tapped into who I knew myself to be. I'm loving, I'm caring. So this is the field for me. And although I didn't take the straight route, God still got me to where I needed to be. So I think I was inspired by my environment, by my
Man,
story, by my journey to care for
hey,
others.
and you know
Yeah,
what? And that's deep. You know what? And I understand that, right?
yeah,
And I say this a lot, and I can't stress it enough. I say, if you don't get out the house, you ain't gonna find out what you like. That's how I feel, right? But then
yeah,
maybe you have to go through what you go. I can't play God. I can't say if you don't do this, this won't happen, or if you don't do this, this won't happen. Because God put you right where you need to be at the right time.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
understand that, but sometimes because me looking hindsight, I'd be like, yo, if you don't learn how to cook now, you can't open up a restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like they don't
yeah,
see the big picture. I see the seed and I see the tree,
yeah, yeah.
but they don't they don't
But
understand,
but
right?
I
Like I go
go
ahead. What was
ahead.
you saying?
No,
I
you
was gonna
go ahead.
say I was gonna say like I heard this quote. It said a person will see one apple, or no, any person can count the seeds in the apple, but
Mm.
only God can count how many trees come from the seeds. I'm like,
Ooh, yeah,
whoa.
yeah. That's
Whoa.
that's
So
that's kind of profound.
yeah. So I was like, I'm like, so ask yourself, how many people had to be here on this earth for you to be here?
Hmm.
How
Hmm.
many generations? So man, we gotta do something great.
And you know what? You 100% right. But I think a lot of us carry that with us, even if we don't know the depths of it, right? I think for Black folks, we're always thinking about how we are our ancestors' wildest dream,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So we
yes.
keep that at the forefront. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm
I
always,
know.
yeah, I'm always there, but that's our life experiences, right? We we can't expect the younger folk to understand that because they ain't been through enough, they ain't seen enough, and it ain't their fault, and it's really a good
No,
thing because they
it
don't need to
is.
see everything we went through. They couldn't. My daughter couldn't handle. She's 11, and let me tell you something. By the time I was 11, I was cooking, cleaning, running the house. Every listen, they yeah. So
I know, and it's crazy because we was raised with like you got to learn these things. But
yeah,
as I get older, I'm like, no, bro, we gonna learn what we need to know as we progress. Like we gonna like you gonna learn it. Like if you don't like, I heard DMX say something about in these words like man, it don't make sense. It's like trying to read the Bible to a newborn.
mm,
and I was like, damn, it's like, man, you got to understand. People don't understand. So let them grow on their own. Let them grow.
And that's the thing. We didn't get it either.
I know.
We didn't get it either. They was in our ear too. So you got to get them grace with that. You know what I mean? All my friends' kids, most of them is teenagers, and I started a little later. But we have to give them grace with that
Yeah.
because I didn't start getting my life really together until I was almost 30. I had my daughter at
Woo,
28.
woo, you see
That's
what I'm
when I got
saying?
my first crib. You
Man,
understand?
congratulations.
28.
That's what's up. Bec-
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Because it's the older us that
Yeah.
still feel like that younger us, them kids, and we scared to
Yeah.
move, and we like, man, we
Yeah.
don't understand as making mistakes, we're gonna learn from it. But we're not gonna learn from it if we scared to make the mistakes.
Correct.
And it hold us back, and we just follow what other people doing because we think they know what they doing. But when we get older, we understand that,
That they
man,
ass is just winging it too.
man,
They don't know nothing.
don't nobody know shit.
So then that's in case in point when you got to give your parents grace.
Mm, yeah,
You understand? Because I don't care how much drugs they did, what they did, give them grace. They are kids trying to make
try,
adult decisions when nobody really taught them how to be adults. And in turn, they screwed us up.
man. And that's why hats off to my mom, man. I always say I used to feel some type of way
Yep, me
because I
too.
didn't understand. I'm like, well, if y'all ain't wasn't gonna take care of me, why y'all have me?
Yes, sir.
And then I heard somebody say, bro, ain't nobody telling y'all the truth. Your grandma, she was hot in the ass, bro. And you know how you
Facts
came
is
here?
facts.
You know how you came here? Motherfucker was kicking like, hey, was kicking with the homies. Like, man, where the hoes at? And then, ta-da, then y'all came along. I said, damn, that's some tough shit. I ain't need to hear it like that, but damn. But some people need to hear that shit. And then some people, they lay down and they figure their kids out. They say, man, man, most of these kids out here, we didn't even have our fucking name until the baby popped out, and we think that shit is right.
Yep,
No, you supposed to have a name before
yep,
y'all even look. Most of us wouldn't even have kids. I'm gonna be honest. Most of us wouldn't even have kids if when we lay down and the mother say, "Hey, I'll put up a little shorty in you," boy, you'd be kicking and screaming.
that's a fact. Especially the
Or
first one. The
m-
first baby, that's a
man,
fact. The second one, maybe he is stand up, so maybe.
yeah,
But
and
yeah,
then even on the flip side, if a girl was like, "Yeah, go ahead, put it in me. I'm trying to have your baby," mother would be
yeah.
like, hey, what are you doing? See, we wasn't thinking
As you
like
out
that,
the move quick, like, hey,
man.
now you feel violated. Wait a minute.
But
Hmm.
on the flip side, because we didn't really know what we was doing. On the flip side,
Right.
the kids made a better person out of us.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
When we thought, oh man, y'all slowed us down, man, no, they made a better person out of us, and them like little mini blessings. And it's hard to, well, it ain't hard now to see it now, but when
Right.
you was young, it's hard to see it when you're young, you
Yeah.
know. And
Yeah.
some and sometimes I guess it's a blessing and a curse, but it's a blessing if you think it's a blessing. It's a curse if you
It,
think it's a curse. Cause
it is. And we got to remember, I don't mean to cut you off,
oh, go ahead.
Monty, but we got to remember that too. I know that women, we deal with postpartum depression, right?
Mm,
I
talk
had
about it.
I had two sons. My first son passed away.
Mm,
I had him prematurely. Spent months in the NICU. He passed away. I had a second son. He's here. He's here with us today. You know what I mean? I
hmm.
didn't lost my train of thought now, but
Okay. Yeah, yeah. You said you were talking about how you lost your first son, and
yes.
then
And then I have my son who is two. I was blessed to have. But what I wanted to say is, I think as parents, we all have those thoughts, right? because I thought I had my kids later in life. My daughter when I was 28, 29, and my son, he's 2. I'm 39 now, so 37. My other son, I was 35, whatever. But I understand like the difference in the dynamics of when I didn't have kids opposed to when I do. I've
Mm,
had those thoughts, and I think a lot of women do postpartum, all type of things. You might be going through things with the father, so it's like you don't feel like it's fair. You holding it down. He then went on about his business. You're stressed out. You got these issues going on, but it's good to know that it's a light at the end of the tunnel because I love my kids. You know what I mean? And while it may have seemed burdensome in the beginning, now all we did was fell in line. You can attest to that too,
yeah,
being a
yeah,
father.
yeah. And you know what? And I'm glad you said something about that because, where we grew up at, you got to be real. Like for real, for real. We ain't seen no men. We ain't seen no black men. We seen niggas, and niggas wasn't taking care of no kids. They was niggas is the ones that call
Mhm.
them baby mamas. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I
Niggas
hate
be the
that
one.
term.
Niggas be talking so. Oh man, she tripping. She put me on child support. Nigga.
Yeah.
So we learned a lot from these niggas. You
We
know what I'm
learned a lot of
saying?
shit not to do.
Yeah. And I mean, as we get older, like my son, he 21,
Yeah.
and he be saying things like, "Man, when I get my wife, when I get my family, and
That's
I
right.
and I'm like." But I look back and I say, damn, this nigga, me and his mom been together on 20 years. So this all he know. So, and he like, man, I see what y'all got. So this is what I want.
I want it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So sometimes me thinking like my younger self, I'm like, bro, what the issue wrong?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for real, our subconscious, man, we do exactly the same thing or we learn from it. Earlier you were saying like when you're in the street. When I was in the street and I was doing my little ones and twos,
Yeah.
I always told myself I would never serve to a female because I know how I felt when niggas was taking my money from my mama.
There you go. Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
That was my subconscious,
Facts.
and then you were saying that, you was helping your grandma and then you like to helping people. Your subconscious, you like, man, I like doing this, so I'm gonna continue to do this. And then you went to school and now you like, man, I feel good. It make me feel good about myself. So we learn from things like that, like our subconscious, like that's what something I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? My conscious
Yeah.
mind and my subconscious mind. What's the difference between them? Or controlling my anger, controlling my emotions. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? Controlling my emotions because a lot of people locked up, a lot of my friends locked up right now because I'm gonna tell you this story.
Mhm.
Real quick, one of my homies, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He said he was chilling in the crib with his girl, just chilling, eating popcorn, smoking weed, watching the movie. His cousin called him and say, "Man, yo, these niggas trying to jump me." He jump out the crib. His anger. He jump out the crib. He grab his bank. He run over there. He shoot a motherfucker, and he never seen home ever since. And
You
I don't know. He got
understand?
he got. You know what I'm saying? So knowing how to control your emotions to make you say, "Hold on, bro. Shit. Give me a minute. You know what I'm saying? Take that little minute. Don't jump like this. Hey, let me hit you right back. Let me see if I can slide with you. You know what I'm saying? And think
Yeah.
about it. You know what I'm saying?
But you know how rare that is in our community though. Listen, most black
Very.
folks that grow up with trauma, most of the time you done seen your family, your auntie, your cousin getting drunk, they acting a fool at the family gatherings. It ain't nothing for you to see somebody get shot, hit upside their head with a bottle. Then you ask these men and women coming up to control their emotions. Listen, I struggle with that today.
On the
As
real.
well as people be put together, you never know what's going on with people. You never know what people have been through. I think that's an obstacle for black folks in general because we wear our feelings and our emotions on our sleeve. That's why these young
Mm,
brothers is getting killed. That's
yep.
why, because
Mm.
most of them was raised by women, and people know, hey, a lot of people might get mad at me for this comment. But listen, women are emotional.
Mm.
And we get logical after we didn't already express the bullshit. Excuse my
Mm.
French.
Oh, go ahead. Tell them what it is.
Now,
That's how
now
talking their
we like,
language.
now we thinking logically, and we like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have did that. That was low. I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have did that. But the damage is done. So our black men who don't have the fathers, right, that are incarcerated, that are dead for the gang, all
Mm-hmm.
our brothers. At the end of the day, black, white, or whatever, any man that steps into a child's life, I commend him. Because
Mm.
we have a lot of interracial, I'm sure
Yeah.
you and your family deal with a lot of BS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's why we got all this shit going on with our black men, is because a lot of men ain't in the house.
Mm-hmm.
That structure ain't there. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Men can be, y'all are very black and white.
Mm-hmm.
When we
Oh, yeah.
hide in emotions, y'all be like, hey, baby, no, I don't think, yeah, she tripping. You might let pacifiers, but in all actuality, we over emotional about it. So that's what's going on in the black community. We got to get a hold to our emotions, but it's hard because of all the trauma, all the abandonment issues, all the lack of love, the motherless daughters, the motherless fathers, and it's too much. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. It is a lot. And especially when there was the blind leading the blind. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like young girls, right? Some
Mhm.
some girls be having kids at 16.
Yeah.
And then when you got a 16-year-old kid running around the house, you like, ain't no way in the world you can raise a kid. But in hindsight, this 16-year-old kids be raising these kids.
But then you wonder why they damaged. And you wonder why they get in relationships, friendships, romantic ships, partnerships, and they damage and they bring in all this toxic shit. You
Hey,
know what
well,
I mean?
you know what? I ain't want to bring it up, but I
Talk
brought it up a
about it.
couple times, but I read somewhere it said, I think I seen the video and they were saying that this is the reason they never talked about girlfriend and boyfriends in the Bible.
Mm, mm. Why? Is it because it's not?
They talk about the wives. They never talk
Mhm.
about girl. Just think
No, they
about it
don't.
like this, right? Just
They
think about
don't.
it like this, right? They say because they not trying to raise their daughter to be prostitutes, right? So now just say like this: if you got a daughter, right? Her and her
Hmm.
boyfriend get into it,
Yeah.
and her boyfriend mad at her and say, "Fuck you, I'm out." Right? I'm out.
Right. Right. Right.
Now she holler. Now she done did that. She done intertwined with these dudes and everything. Now she get another dude. Same thing. Another dude. Same thing. But if she had a husband and he got mad, they'll figure it out. Cause they ain't trying to get a divorce over a petty argument. But a boyfriend, a girlfriend, they will. It'll be over. Now you done turned your daughter. Now your daughter, she done been with all these different guys, and guys like, I want to be with her because she been with all these guys. So
Yeah.
now all that trauma, all that is messed up. And they say that's why they never talk about it in the Bible. Like they never said Adam and Eve was the boyfriend, the girlfriend, or whatever. They ain't talking about.
It's too complicated.
But they also talk about how the man had all these girls that make all these videos. And, you know what I'm saying? It's deep.
It's
But
always a double standard, though.
I know
Right?
it's always that. And I'd be like, because sometimes I'd be like, damn, I understand that. Then I'd be like, well, damn, why they do this? So yeah, there's
Mhm.
always a double standard. Yeah, I know. It's
It
crazy.
is. But you know what? I really didn't understand it until I had a son, right? So it's
Okay.
certain things that I'm okay with allowing
Okay.
my son to do that I'm like, absolutely not for my daughter. But because I'm a woman too, right?
Mm.
So I know what it's like to not know your worth, to sell yourself short, to compensate your body for disaffection. I'm not gonna act like I don't know nothing. I ain't been through nothing. I understand that. So I don't want that for my daughter. I
Mm.
understand for men it's a little different the way y'all think and the way y'all function. It's very black and white. You could be married,
Yes.
a man could be married, right? And still step out on his wife and it not be
Mm.
anything emotionally attached. It could just be that tail, right? But for a woman to step out, oh baby, she already gone. I'm gonna tell you
Mm.
that. If she
Oh.
stepped out, already gone.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
Mm.
yeah, man.
You
It's
said she was already gone when she bought that matching
mentally,
bra and panty set.
mentally. When you see that, you see this woman putting on shit. She's looking extra good. She trust me. Mm,
Man. Oh man. Hey, you know what? Yeah, we had 30 minutes already. I got an episode with some random questions. And I got
mm-hmm.
a Dougie, what's up? Yeah, shout out to let me say we
Dougie.
had Dougie, we had Jonathan Lay, we had Country Boy on there, we had Big Mike, you know what I'm saying, Mike Young. We had a couple people watching, man. Let me know where y'all watching from, man. Show us some love. Let me know where
Yes,
y'all watching
sir.
from. Hey, I'll be right back. Huh?
We
Okay.
got Shorty Rock. We got Brother CJ.
We got
We got
Shorty
Joe
Rock, Brother CJ. We got everybody in the building, man. Much love. Share this
Let's
video.
go.
Yes, let's go. Let's go. It's going down. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to this little break.
All right.
All right, we real back real quick. You know what I'm saying? With you on the smoke break, I see. Hey, so hey, nothing wrong. Hey, so the first question I want to hit you with:
Yeah.
if you can talk to your 16-year-old self at the age you're at right now, what would you tell her?
Oh Lord. I was going through so much shit at 16. Uh, I would say keep my circle small. Everybody's not your friend. Um, I would say you're gonna go through some things that you might feel like it's gonna break you or tear you down,
Mm,
but it's gonna be some people that come along, baby. I couldn't sit where I'm sitting and be the woman that I am today without certain people coming in my life,
mm,
whether they were friends, strangers, but God always cut a couple people for me. You know what I
mm.
mean? So I would just say to my 16-year-old self, I know it's hard. I know you in a dark space, baby, but keep going. Keep going. That's
Mm.
my message. You got to keep going. Because if you don't go through it, you ain't going to get to it. You can't go around. You can't slide under. You can't maneuver. Life is happening.
Mm,
And it's a message at the end of it. You know,
mm.
so I would just say keep going and trust the journey, trust the process. And it's hard to do when you in it, but it's worth it. It's worth
Okay,
it.
okay, okay. So, let me see. I got another question. I got a couple questions for you.
All
So bear
right.
with me. I'm saying I got like over like
Take your
oh I got
time.
like
Take your time.
I I got like over 50 questions.
Oh Lord.
No, no. Hey,
Okay, I'm
so
listening.
what is your daily routine? Like, what is something that you do or think about when you wake up in the morning?
Okay, my daily routine. First of all, being at work is like a happy space for me, right? So I wake
Okay.
up, I get my kids ready, get them situated, put my uniform on, I drink my tea. I try to journal in the morning when my mind is fresh as soon as I wake up. I don't always stay committed to it, and that's something that I'm working on. But I like to jot my thoughts down early in the morning so I can kind of get myself in a space of positive energy because I'm big on energy. You know what I mean? And I go
Mm-hmm.
to work and I take care of people's loved ones. That's my daily routine, Monday through Friday. It looks a little different on the weekends when I'm home with the kids, though.
Okay. Hey, what is that one thing you like about your job?
The one thing I like about my job, I would say, is most days knowing that I am responsible for other people. And what I mean by that is knowing that it makes me feel good to know
Mm-hmm.
that if I can set this appointment, if I can talk to this family member, if I can get this medication right, if I can be a listening ear um, to my people that I work with, like that's what, yeah.
Okay. So, um, what is something that the kids have today that you feel like they're not taking advantage of?
Just the
It.
knowledge.
Mm,
They got it at their fingertips. I tell my daughter often, I'm here to answer questions for you, you know, but like we had the encyclopedia. If we want to look up something, we go to the encyclopedia. It wasn't no Google,
man.
baby.
Oh man, they got Siri right now.
You understand me? If you
Man.
don't get right, if mama can't help you,
Yeah, you better. You want to say you better holler at Alexa or Auntie Siri.
hey, would
One
you
of
do
them.
something? And we'll take it from there. But talk to them first.
Ah, on the
Yes,
real, on
sir.
the real. Let me see. We got 40 minutes. All right. Now, okay, this going a little. You know what I'm saying?
It's going
cause
bad.
no,
It's going up.
I got a lot of stuff, so I'm trying to squeeze it in. But no, I said we
Okay.
might go over the time, so I don't want
Okay.
to hold
We
you
cool.
hostage. I don't want to
No,
hold you hostage.
we good.
So,
We good. I'm tucked away. We good.
all right. So, and through this, I might pop up a couple pictures, and
Oh
you let
my
me know.
God. Do
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm pop up a couple of pictures, and you tell me like what was your headspace at that time, or tell me a story about that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so like that. You
You
know.
you a dirty dog. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. So
Stop. Okay.
all right, all
All
right.
right.
So let me see. You do you want another question? Uh,
You
hey,
ain't right.
what
You
do
ain't
you?
right.
Yeah, do you listen to music or podcast?
I'm a music girl.
Okay. Okay. So, if you was on a stranded island and you get to pick three albums, what would the albums be?
Oh my. Lauren Hill, Miss Education.
Oh, okay.
Um, dang, you really put me on the spot. Tupac, All Eyes on Me.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I don't know the name of the album, but it's one of Tony Braxton's first albums, like
Tony Braxton.
91 or something.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I don't know the name, but yeah,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
they're my
Okay.
three.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You
Yeah.
know. Um.
I gotta get it a little gangster. I got Pac in there, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to throw a pocket in there. Yeah. So let me see. Let me see. I gotta get a couple. Let me see. I'm gonna get a couple fun questions for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? While I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and pop up some of these pictures. You know what
Oh
I'm
my
saying?
God, you stuck on these damn
Hey,
pictures.
this picture right here. Tell me where you was at and how did you feel?
Okay, so this is actually, let me look and see. Okay. So this was really like a trying time in my life. That's actually my son who passed away. His name is King. I got him tattooed.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
So you know
Okay,
it's real.
okay. King,
Yes,
okay.
King. So in that point in my life, I think I was kind of in survival mode, right?
Mm.
because you got this default you go to whenever you go through trials and tribulations when you've been through trauma. So I think my mindset then was probably, Lord, bring them home. Let's get them home, and coming to terms with that. But that wasn't a good space for me. That wasn't a good space for me. It was a dark moment there, but it was a happy moment because I had them in my arms, and that wasn't often. So it's good. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my
So
baby.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, King. Yeah.
yeah,
Because sometimes we when we take pictures, man, we catch a moments
yeah. That's it.
and yeah, I see him.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, we catch moments and right now we live in a time where we get a lot of videos, a lot of people take pictures of their food, and it's like y'all forgetting the message. Like for real, we need to take pictures of life. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Because every day ain't promised. And
yeah.
we got to appreciate the little things in life. I was just talking to my little brother today, and I was just telling him, like, bro, if you woke up and didn't have your taste buds,
Mm,
life would be different for you.
it would look different. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
but people do. COVID's still around.
Yep,
So you know what I'm saying? We don't
yep.
appreciate the small things. We don't appreciate like salt. The people that bring the salt to your table. Can you
Yep.
imagine making some chicken and you ain't got no salt?
I would die, dude.
You
I'm
see what I'm
gonna die.
saying?
Kill
So,
me.
so we gotta appreciate little things like that.
Yep.
But we complain about everything, but we don't appreciate nothing. Sometimes we don't think.
And you know what? Sometimes I have to remind myself of that too, because sometimes I can be a Debbie Downer and shit. You know what I mean? Oh, this ain't this ain't that, da 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 da. And it's like, home girl, you didn't have to sleep outside. You ain't ate for days. You ain't da 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 da. Life is good. I think we
Man,
got to stop and remind ourselves because most of us know what it's like to have been through some shit.
and
You know
most
what I
of us,
mean?
yeah, and most
Stop
of
and
us,
smell the roses. We
man,
in survival mode. We not living. We just surviving.
man. I went to the store other day, and the guy
Hmm.
asked me. He said, "How you doing?" I say, "I'm blessed." He said, "In a world like this," and I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, I remember when I woke up and my whole right side didn't work.
Hmm.
That's why I say I'm blessed because I know
Yep.
some people is going through it right now.
Yep.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Because when I went through it and didn't nobody even know I was going through it because I was in a town that didn't nobody know me at.
Exactly.
But you being a nurse,
Hmm.
you see how people get treated. You see how people you see that pain.
I do.
You appreciate the little things, and sometimes, like you say, I be a Debbie Downer, and sometimes be like, it ain't like that. Man, sometimes we slip off and we do forget about other people and other
Yep.
situations. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because that's how we was raised. We was raised to. It ain't our fault. It ain't our
Yep.
fault. So let me see. I got another question. What
All
is
right.
your midnight snack?
Oh Lord, listen, usually it's ice cream, some type of cookie, some type of
Okay.
cookie, some type of cake, ice cream, something. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So ice cream. Okay.
ice
Hey,
cream,
what?
cake, cookies.
Okay. Okay. All that. All
Yeah.
right. Munchy food.
Ah,
Hey.
shut up.
Yeah, what was Usher at 7 o'clock?
On the dot, I'm in my drop top, cruising the street. Hey, yeah.
All right. You ever worked at a job for one day and quit?
Hell yeah, it's crazy. You say that. I don't even think I stayed the whole day, dude. Five
What?
hours. 5 hours. I was like, I ain't losing my license. I got to go. 5
Mm.
hours.
Oh man. Oh man. What the where you was at? What the hell you doing?
Man, Villa, the nursing home Villa at Bryn Mawr on the north side. Don't you ever take your people there. If y'all watching me, never. Don't take them there. 5 hours, I was gone.
Mm. All right. Let me see. No, I gave you the desert. I know. Hey, what was your favorite cartoon growing up?
uh, I had a couple. Uh, Dark Tales.
Shark Tales. Okay.
Yeah, ain't that a cartoon? Dark Tales.
DuckTales.
Huh?
Goof Troop.
Good. True.
Goof Troop. And
Okay.
I'm just the ones I remember. The other stuff I probably don't remember, but Darkwing Duck or something. Was it Darkwing Duck? I think.
Yeah, something like that. Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, Duck.
Yeah,
DuckTales.
yeah,
Okay.
Ducktales. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
All right. What was your favorite cereal growing up?
Favorite Captain Crunch for sure.
Oh, Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch. I hated King Vitamin. I hated that. That's when I knew we was
Man.
broke. That's when
Oh
I knew
man.
it was tight. That
On the
powdered
real.
milk.
Man, and Dougie, you remember that the King Vitamin we used to argue about the little face in the back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What is your favorite pair of shoes of all times?
Ooh, my favorite pair of shoes of all time would have to be. Damn, I'm not really a shoe head though. But no, I don't think I have a favorite shoe.
Oh,
Like
okay.
even when I was younger, I used to just wear ones, but I don't wear ones today. They ain't
Okay.
comfortable, and I don't put my feet in nothing that ain't comfortable. Okay,
So you got a whole bunch of Crocs around the house, huh?
shut up. No, damn, I got a
Hey,
couple sitting right here. Oh Lord, Pumas. I like Pumas. Yeah,
uh,
these are our favorite gym shoes.
yeah, all right, all right.
So you said, first of all, King Vitamin is the best cereal in the whole wide fucking world.
No, for real.
Like
Hey,
okay.
hey, um, who was your favorite teacher growing up?
I had a teacher named Miss Gobernat, and she was my fifth grade teacher. And I think she just sparked a lot in me. I was going through a lot at that time in my life, and she kind of gave me the hope and belief I could do something or be something more than what was surrounding me. So I
Mm,
would say my fifth grade teacher, Miss Gobernat.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, let me see. Hey, if you had an interview, a 30-minute interview
Uh-huh.
with God, and you
Ooh.
get to ask him one question, what would you ask him?
Mm. What would I ask him? And you know we ain't supposed to question God now.
I know, but I'm gonna give you the
But
pass.
what I would ask him is, mm, wow, that's a deep question. If I'm being completely honest and transparent, my question would be, why, why me?
Hmm.
Why me? I know you give your strongest battles to your strongest warriors, but why? Why me? Because I feel like I didn't fought so many battles. It's just like, damn, give it to somebody. I did that. I did that, Father God. Give that to somebody else. It would just be why me, you know?
Okay. So
Yeah.
now in that same 30 minutes, God get to ask you one question, and how would you respond to it? And the question is, how did you like it in heaven?
How did I like it in heaven? And that would be the question that God asked me.
Yeah.
I would I would love it if it's anything of what I've known it to be or what I've heard
But
it
you
to
did
be.
hear, but you hear the
What
question. He
what?
said, "How did you like it in heaven?"
So
See,
that means I ain't
we
there no more.
no meaning we this heaven on earth. Like for real. Like somebody told us it's a heaven in the sky. Somebody told us it's a heaven with
Oh,
honey
I
and
see what
gold.
you're
Somebody
saying.
told us like
So
for
how did I like it in so my we are all spirits living human experiences. So if God asks me, how did I like it on earth? What I would say is
no
God,
in heaven.
what he's calling heaven is earth to me
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
right?
you're right.
I
Yeah,
would
yeah, yes, yes.
say, I would say to God, it's been trying, but it's more work to be done. That's what I would say.
But you know what? And it's crazy, right? So this I'm gonna tell you how I look at it, right? And
Hmm.
I can be completely wrong. This is how I look at it.
But
Heaven,
that's your opinion.
heaven is a state of mind,
Mm,
right? A 3-year old kid is in heaven. He not worried about no bills. He not worried. Matter of fact, he don't even know nothing about death.
hmm.
If you in a state of mind like that, like somebody told us about death, and now we scared to death.
Right.
When we was born, didn't nobody we ain't know nothing
We
about
didn't know
that.
about that.
We ain't know about no bills. We ain't know that when we get older, we always I can't wait till I get older. Didn't nobody know we gonna get older and we gonna work until we die? Did
Right.
nobody tell us that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real. Because it's all taught.
So
It's all
right,
taught behavior.
and then on the hindsight, it's like other people is born with no eyesight, no hearing, no, I'm saying everybody's born different.
There
So
you go.
it's like we don't like I said again, we don't count our blessings at a lot of people. Hey, I heard somebody say, man, kids was born blind. If they had sight, bro, and they see what's going on in the world, I think they'd be back, want to be blind again. Like they don't
Hmm.
want to see this shit. I
Hmm.
said, damn. And guess what? And them people that's born blind or deaf or them the happiest people. Cause they don't know what they missing.
There
You
you
know,
go. You
yeah,
can't
they don't
miss
know.
nothing you never had.
Man, like I used to, went to the doctor and got me some glasses, and when I look, I started seeing things like, but I didn't know that my vision was off until I stopped smoking, and then I was like, damn, I still can't see. I thought I was high all the time because I was high all the time. So I was like, damn, I got some glasses, and I was like, damn, I can see. I'm like, damn, I was missing all this shit. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell? Yeah, so it's kind of like that. Like we don't know what we missing because we don't have them glasses on.
So so let me answer that question again now because now you've kind of broke down to me your perspective of it, right? So I would definitely say, I don't know, I probably would say the same thing. I thought about it for a minute and I'm just like, how was heaven? When you think about all the things you're blessed with, right? It's hard
Mm-hmm.
to still be in a doubtful mindset. So if I think about it, I'm asking, and God is asking me, well, how was it? I could think of a plethora of things of how fucked up it was. Excuse my French.
Yeah, but
But
you,
the blessing in it is, look at me now.
man,
Nobody ever thought. I didn't think. I still got imposter syndrome. I'm sitting in rooms that I feel like little old me shouldn't even be sitting in.
but
So I
see,
would say it's been good. I say
yeah.
it's been good.
So,
Yeah.
when did you have that aha moment when you was like, you know what? Like, I say with me, I had a mindset. I had a what they call it, a paradigm shift. A paradigm
Yeah.
shift is, when you're looking at something different. You know,
Yeah.
I used to hustle in the streets, and I used to be like, bro, I'd never be broke, and I'ma always hustle, and I'ma always do that. Like I told you, I was always a survivor, but I didn't know how to live. So right now, I'm trying to learn how to live.
Yeah.
So what age did you have that transition, or what happened in your life that made you say, you know what, I'm gonna stay from over there and I'm gonna start doing this. I, you know what, I deserve better.
Hmm. I think the seed was planted long before I had the epiphany, long
Mm,
before the light bulb went out. I think there were seeds planted, right? But I think for me, the all gas and no brakes hit October the 18th, 2012, when I had my daughter, because
mm,
it was no longer about me. You know what I mean?
mm,
I wanted her to be somebody I could be proud of, that she could be
mm,
proud of. I mean, excuse me.
mm-hmm,
Um, and that was my that that was for me when I said, "This is it. Sink, swim, whatever. This is it." And I've been seeing my blessings more since that point. So that was my aha moment when I had my daughter and I realized, hey, you ain't got no family, your friends living their life, they doing this, you really ain't got no support. So if something happened to you, what's gonna happen to her?
mm.
So that
So,
was my moment where I knew I had to switch gears.
mm-hmm. Um, so earlier we was talking about money, right? And you was talking about your
Yeah.
daughter, like I want to leave her something. I want to have her,
Yeah.
some money she can fall back on. And for real, like what I was looking for is false security. Because we
Hmm.
say, man, I want to have this money so my kid can have this. But it's not that. You said earlier that we need to learn the trade. So we need to teach our kids this and that. So when we gone, they know how to do it. Because I could give my kids, and I heard a rich person say this. He say, bro, I've been working my ass off. And you
Yep.
think I'm finna give my money, my millions of dollars to my kid so they can go out and buy all these Jaguars,
Because they
Nike
have no
suits,
sense of they don't have our struggle. They don't know our story, so it don't mean the same to them.
not even the struggle or the story. They don't even have the imagination.
Yeah.
The chair we sitting on, the picture behind you, that shirt, that was all imagination. That was
Yeah.
all the vision. And somebody it was in their brain. It came to their hands. It was right there, and they sold it.
Yep.
Everything from the fork, from the every spoon to a pickle jar, everything was the idea. The glasses, everything's the idea. So he say, I'd rather send my money to a college with people that got ideas to make this world better, instead of giving it to my kid that mess around and just spend it on whatever, God knows what. And I was like, damn, that's right.
But you
So
know what?
yeah,
I don't give a goddamn what they spend that shit on when I'm gone. Hopefully, I've instilled enough in them to think logically, and mama's words gonna always sit in the back of their head, right? But once I'm gone, I'm gone. I set the
yeah.
foundation, and whatever you do with that shit when I'm gone, that's on you. My work is done.
All right,
I
so let
ain't
me ask you a
carrying that.
question. Let me ask
Yeah,
you a question.
yeah.
Which one lasts longer? Money or knowledge?
Depending on who got their hands on it, I definitely would say knowledge, because
Yeah.
knowledge supersedes generations and
Right.
generations. You could be,
So
they got storytellers who tell the stories for years and years and hundreds of years. Knowledge, that money
yeah.
shit, people don't use it as a tool. They think the
I
money is all or nothing. That's a
yeah.
tool. That's
That's what
like when you playing a video game and you get a extra gun if you playing the shooting game or something. It's a
yeah.
tool.
Yeah. And that's why I said it's a false security, because
There you go.
I can give you $100, or I can show you how to make $100.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now if I show you how to make $100, you can do it anytime you want
for the
to.
rest of your life.
Yeah. So
But
that's what.
if they don't catch on to that, Monty, if they don't catch on to that, you gotta let them do what they gonna do. And if they blow through all that shit you done secured for them,
No, I'm like the rich people now. Don't do it with my money, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it to because my son in college, and when they say, "Hey, you got a grant,"
yeah,
somebody died for that, for them to leave
that's
that grant
right.
for them kids.
Yeah,
See, if I leave all my money to college and then you get a grant, you get $1,000 grant. They gonna say, "Oh man, that came from Money G, man. That $1,000 grant,
yeah,
man." And he ain't been here in 20 years.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I see where they coming from. I said, "Damn," because I was like, "That's some selfish shit." Thompson, I ain't leave my kids nothing. I'm like, "Damn, they
I
bogus
know
as
it do
hell."
seem crazy, right?
And then when they broke it down, I said,
It makes sense.
that do make sense. You know,
But
so
we know struggle a different way though. For me, I know struggle a different way, right? So the way I perceive it is this. I'll set the foundation. I'll breathe into you everything. I'll teach you everything mommy know. I'll teach you
mm-hmm,
everything I know. And I have to, when I'm gone, I have to hope that I've done a job that has allowed you to be put in a position to where you can make the right decisions for your life. Not
mm,
to where you just surviving, but where you living,
mm,
enjoying life, enjoying every day. But once I'm gone, I don't even think about that. I can't hold you up. Whatever I leave when I'm gone, that's my contribution. Whatever you choose to do about it is your decision. And
mm,
that's where I gotta leave it. You know,
mm. Yeah.
I
Hey,
did
what
my
is
job.
that? That's right. Hey, what is that one thing you would like to change about the world?
One thing that I would like to change about the world, I think that we need a little bit more understanding, a little bit more grace. And I mean that across all genres, whatever the situation is, whatever it is. I think that when we're not in the position and we're not the one who needs the grace, so to speak, I
Mm,
think we kind of put up a wall, a shell, and we don't really know what you're going through. We can't identify with that because that's not us. That's not our story right now. So I just think like we need a little bit more grace, a little bit more empathy and understanding. But that's the nurse in me too. That's everything that nurses. So that's just where I'm at. That's what I
yeah.
think we need.
I mean, yeah, that's a, but and just giving it to the world, we got to start with self, man. A lot of people don't love they self. So how, if you can't love yourself, how you gonna love somebody else? Like they say in the Bible, you gotta love your neighbor. But I think you gotta love with yourself first, because I can't love my neighbor if I don't know what love looks like.
And a lot of people say that too. Like that's the cliche shit, right? Like, oh, you gotta love yourself. Guess what? That's a daily challenge for me. Because
Man,
we are our own worst critics. So I can think of a million things that I could be doing better. I may look polished on the outside, but it's a lot of
mm,
demons I'm fighting on the inside.
mm,
So loving yourself is a lifelong journey because I don't love myself in every situation and I can expect you to, my kid to, or nobody else, right? But I
mm-hmm,
can tell you that that is really the key.
yeah,
That is, it sounds so cliche, but it's so true. Like, because if you love you, you're not going to let nothing, like how you feel about your kids. I often equate it to that, right? I love my kids more than I love the air I'm breathing right now.
mm,
You know what I mean? If I can't do it for me, I just have to do it for them. And that's
mm,
how most parents, a lot of parents move through it.
yeah.
But you definitely have to love yourself. And it's a hard pill to swallow and it's the everyday journey.
Hey, it's all connected, man. I feel like if you can't love yourself, you can't show nobody else no love. If you
Yeah.
don't love your kids ain't gonna love people. That's why these kids out here shooting of people, and it took me a long time to learn about self love, and
Yeah.
so tell me about this picture.
Oh Lord, here you go. Oh, okay. This was my first cruise. This
Okay.
was this was 2014. My daughter was 2. This was a good time. We was in Ocho Rios, Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
I was I was coming into just seeing the world. This was my first time out the country, man. So it was a dope experience to be able to bring my daughter and yeah. So yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good time.
And see, that's what I be talking about, like self love. Like, we
Yeah,
appreciate the little small things because, even though we be in a dark place, but
yeah.
every day is different.
It is.
I say,
Yeah.
life change every day, every second. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what was going. We 10 minutes over. I didn't know we was gonna
Oh
go this
Lord.
long. You know what I'm saying? We good. But hey, tell me about this time, man. How did you
Okay.
feel?
Let me see what you got. Oh my God. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Listen, a little black girl from Minneapolis that didn't think man, that was everything. That
Mm,
was a proud moment for me.
mm,
Yeah, that was a good time because I did it. I did it. And it took me a long time. Listen, I started that journey in 2012 and I didn't actually graduate into 2018 because I had had my baby. I took time off. So it was a hell of a hill to climb. But to see that, baby, it made all the work worth it. Yes,
yeah,
that was a
that's
good
what's
time.
up.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about this. Tell me about this time and what was going through your head.
Oh, Lord. Oh, listen, this looked like was I in Chicago? I don't even know where that
Um,
picture was. But anyway, I was going somewhere dope as hell. I don't care where it was, probably my third time on the plane. So
no,
I was
okay,
feeling good and taking pictures, but that was probably a good vibe for sure.
okay. And see, that's what I'm
Yeah.
be saying. Like, man, we had to. The first time you was on a plane, what did you go?
The first time I was on the plane, I went to Illinois. My dad, I told you, he was in the street, so you ain't catching no mega bus, you ain't catching no Greyhound. I'm flying you out. I'm like,
Oh,
hold up.
hey,
I
hold
don't
up!
do
I
the
don't even do the
plane.
flame. Like,
I don't do that, brother. He like, oh yeah, you coming. So I was on my way to see my pops. I'm sure of it.
okay,
Yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Um, tell me about this picture right here.
Oh Lord, you steady pulling them out. Oh, look at Grandma Daisy.
Mm,
Listen, this is one of the matriarchs on my father's side. This was
mm,
my great grandmother, and she left generational wealth. My
mm,
grandmother recently passed, which is my father's mother, in November. God rest Jeannie's soul. And Grandma Daisy, the picture you just saw, she
mm-hmm,
showed generational wealth. My father lived in the house that she bought 50,
mm,
60 years ago.
mm.
You understand? So when my dad passes on, it belongs to me and my sister.
Man,
So
that's
that's
what's
the
up.
lady whose shoulders I'm also standing on.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's a vibe.
All right. I got a couple. I got a couple more pictures. I stop when you
Oh,
want me to stop. Hey, tell
okay, I'm
me
ready.
what was going through your mind at this time.
Oh Lord. Oh, okay. So you see my son King right there, and you
Yeah.
see my daughter in the background. So
Mm-hmm.
in that moment, it was joy. Even though we was going through what we was going through with my son
Mm-hmm.
King, that was a joyful moment to have my kids, my 2 kids at the time. Now I got 3, but
Okay.
to have my 2 kids in the same picture, that was just joy.
And
That's a blessing. Yeah.
yeah, I know, man. I think I got two pictures when I felt like all my kids was together with me because my oldest daughter, she's with her mom. Well, no, she
Yeah.
ain't with her mom. She got her own plates and stuff, but no,
Oh, she doing her own
yeah,
thing.
yeah, she's doing her own thing now, and but as growing up, I always was like, man, I want all my kids. I ain't got
To
all my
be
kids together.
together.
It's always
Mm-hmm.
one person
Yeah.
missing, one kid
Somebody
missing.
missing.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, man. So, we want to do that. All right, I'm gonna hit you one more. One
Don't
more.
you be coming out with these pictures. Where you getting these
All right,
damn pictures from?
one more, one more. Tell me about this night. Tell me about this night.
You a dirty dog. You know that. Listen. OMG. That was when I was about that life. I was 18 years old, and guess where we was at? We was at the warehouse.
Mm,
We was at the warehouse. But you know what? That was joy too, because I was free, free of giving a damn. So I was
mm,
just doing whatever I wanted to do, what nobody gonna check me, boo. I was just living my life. So
mm,
I would call that period of my life freedom.
mm. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
No responsibility, nobody cared, whatever. It was just all on me. It was just
Mm.
free.
Man, that's what's up. Hey, man, this was up. Yeah, so yeah, I ain't going to hold you hostage, you know what I'm saying? Because we've been already on here for an hour, a little bit over an hour. But is there anybody that you like to see on a podcast, on the
let me
future Fan Mission podcast?
let me see, man. It's definitely a couple of people that I think have a story. But I got to say, like, for the audience, I think my best friend, my sister, Arsena Tyson, to get on here and have some real things to say and be able to really chop it up. She's a straight shooter, you know what I mean?
Mm,
She's less emotional than me, which is a good thing. That's why she's my best friend, because she keep me in
mm.
check. But I think she would be dope. But yeah, that's the only person that really comes to my mind that I think, like, you know, could really give
Okay.
an extra because she come from a lot of same stuff that we come from too, but she just had a different way of maneuvering it. The
Mm-hmm.
platform, the looked a little different, the dynamic, to lay down the foundation. But I think she's a real individual, and I think she gonna speak the truth. So that's why I would nominate Arsena Tyson to come and
Okay.
holler at you.
Okay, we're gonna see what's up, see if we can find it.
Yeah,
Um,
check her out.
hey, is there anybody you want to send a shout out to before we check out this joint?
Yeah, I definitely gotta send a shout out to Dougie. Cause
Yeah,
Dougie the one
Dougie.
that put me in this position. He didn't see me come a long way, man. He's always bigged me up. Every time I talk to him, he's motivating me, breathing life into me. And I'm extremely grateful for him, man. And I want to big him up. Of course, my friends, everybody that's my support system that love me, I love them, big them up, man. And most importantly, shit, bigging you up too, because thank you for taking the opportunity to sit down with me and chop it up and even giving a damn. So
Oh
that's what's
man,
up.
that's what it's all about. It's a Fan Mission podcast. It's family on the mission.
Uh,
And when I went on your page, when he was telling me, and the first thing I seen on your page was like, "I'm on the mission for my kids." I say, "Oh, let me hit her up."
that's it.
You know what I'm
That's it.
saying? She said she on
That's
the
it.
mission for her kids. That's a Fan Mission. Let me hit her up. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So yeah, I appreciate you coming on and
Thank you,
spending this
brother.
hour of power with us. And man, you enjoy the rest of your night. And you stay safe, man. You keep taking care of them kids, and we proud of you.
You too. Blessings to you, man. Listen, watch out for this man, man. He doing his thing, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's all love, man. Anytime.
All right, man. You have a nice day. I love you.
You too. Love you, man.
Yep.
All right.
Hmm. Yeah, what's up? This your boy Monty G from the Fammission Podcast. And you know what I'm saying? We spent a little bit over an hour, but y'all can check it out and make sure y'all like and subscribe so y'all won't miss another video, and share this to a friend and hopefully they'll learn something from it. So I'll holler at y'all next week. This your boy Monty G and I'm out.
We on the mission, family on the mission. We on the mission, family on the mission. We on the mission, family on the mission. We on the mission, family on the mission.